Okay, so because my animations are getting really popular, I'm going to create. This is going to be a tutorial on how to make them. So yeah, so um immediately just remove all this and boom. Now you have a blank slate. Now I use a certain model and I probably should tell you what you need for this. Oh my god. I can't speak. So you need Blender. You need a computer, a pretty beefy one, because this takes a lot of RAM. Uh, and an Animal Company model that I've found on Sketchfab. I'll put the link in the description. Don't worry. So first, what we're gonna do, I'm going to need to blur out my files because I don't want you guys. No one's on my files. Then you type in rig, and then we use this boy. Go to source. Okay, so then we open up the Animal Company rig. And then here it is. Now, you won't tell a single thing about what's going on because it doesn't show any of it. But I personally just copy and paste everything all the way to the other Blender file. Boom. Let's just remove some of these. Okay. Boom. So here is our gorilla. So if you want more, just copy and paste more. That easy. And to change the color, you click on their torso, you go over to shading over here, and you see this thing under the multiply, you click it and then you change what that color is for the multiply. Like I want this one to be pink, so now it's pink. I want this one to be blue, I'll change it to be blue. God. So the next thing, so these, how these work. These, let's just turn on, these, control the arms. I completely forgot about this, so I'm putting it while editing. Uh, these little guys you see here control the fingers, so this one controls that finger, and this one controls the thumb, so yeah. Also, you can easily break his fingers because it's funny. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's for the fingers. And this controls the torso, and this controls where the entire body goes. So, yeah. Anyways, yeah. So that's all you need to know about the rig, really. To add cosmetics and items, let's just open up a random thing. Let's use a fish sword. So here is our fish sword. We simply just have it selected. We then click. We then shift click on the armature and then set it to pose mode. And then you go to the thing that you want to have it like the thing that you want to follow. You shift click that. Then you go Control P, and then you click on bone. Now we go over to object. We then select that. We then position it to the hand. You can also shrink or you can resize it too. You can put it in the hand. I think that's good. Yeah, that's pretty good. And now when we click on the hand, it controls. I'm just gonna turn off the X. It controls where it goes. Boom. And if you want a cosmetic, it's the same process, but you do it with the torso. So I'll just open up a random cosmetic. Like uh we get this red colored cap. We you can plan where to put it, but me personally, you don't need to do that. It's just for planning where it would go. So you select that, shift click that, go pose mode, shift click the torso if you want it to be a cosmetic. Then you go Control P, bone. Then you go back to this. You then use the little menu that you have on the left to move it to the position that you want it to be. Resize it. Sorry if this is a bad tutorial. This is like one of my first times doing a tutorial that's not game related. So yeah. And boom, look. See? It's a hat. And when you move the armature, look, see? It moves with the torso. Yeah, so that's basically it for the rig. To make an animation, you gotta add a camera first, so Shift A, then we go over down to camera, boom. Then we move that camera somewhere else, like right there. Look at that. And then we just, you know, have the camera. We can position the FOV of the camera. We can rotate the camera. We can yeah, we can move it all about. And there's a thing that you can use where it would you would go into there and it would be like you can move your mouse and it would move the camera. I don't do that usually. It's kind of useless in my opinion because I just don't use it. I just don't like using it. So, boom. That's how you do the camera. Now, to get better lighting, you go over to the right. You see the thing that says world? You click on that and then you can change the color. Or you can go here and then you can change the image. But me personally, I use a color. So, yeah. So look, see? Controls the color. Sorry if that is sorry, I need to put a little thing. Saying that this could cause some stuff. So boom. Okay, that easy. So done with that, and we're done with the lighting. Then if you want it to be an animation, you click on output. You control where this thing goes. So I want it to go in my downloads. Boom. And then you set this thing to video. But if you want it to just be a normal image, just have it as image. Go to render, render image, and then click on image at the top left, and then you go save as, and then you give it a name like poopy stinky very mature, I know. And then you click on where you want it to go, and then you click on save image, and then it should be saved to your computer. So yeah, it's right here. So sorry if this isn't a helpful tutorial, but you know, I have nothing to do today, and I haven't created a script for this, so I'm just going straight off the bat. So for a video, you click over here, and then you set to video. And then to animate, this is the good stuff. This is the part that you actually need to understand. You click in. So me personally, I like to map it out in here, and then I use the graph editor to like smooth things out. But if you want it to be linear, then you don't have to. You don't have to do what I do. So you click on I to set a keyframe. Then you go move the little slider somewhere else. Then you move whatever body part you're keyframing, and then click I again, and then move. Look, see, does that? Boom. Okay, see, look, there's our little animation. So now we go to graph editor, and so the graph editor is very confusing. It's still confusing to me sometimes, But me personally, what I do is I select everything and then I set it to easing types, easing out. Then I go to interloper mode and set it to quadratic. If you look at that, look, see, it's slightly smoother. But if you want to do it by hand, I still don't 1,000,000% understand this. Yeah, so this controls how it goes. I think there's a way to make it smoother. Gorilla action. Okay, so red. Boom, just like that. And then to control where it ends, you see these things on the right that says start and end. That's where it starts and ends. So we make it end like right there. And then we go over to render animation, and you wait for it to completely render. So yeah. Okay, there. Now we're done. So if we did everything correctly, it should be boom right there. There's our little animation now. What I do to add voice lines, I go over to DaVinci. So we just wait for DaVinci to open up. You can use whatever video editor you want, but I personally use DaVinci. It's the one that I understand the most. Okay, and then you see all these untitled projects. Most of these, they're just like things for like school and stuff. Like if you're bored, I just put them in Google Drive and like have people watch videos from online. Over here, you can change the name to whatever you want. You can set it to as a stinky poopy, and then we open the file up. So then we open up our file. We click and drag the animation that we just made over to the media pool. Then we close that, and then we put that there. Now, you can use whatever you want to add voice lines. You can use a different video thing. I personally just use OBS and just remove the little video thing, like the little video, and just have the sound. So just like that, our animation is done. If you don't know how to remove videos, if you don't know how to look, okay, so this is the last video I made, like the last video, like the last short. Let's add it over here, and look, see. So here, so we can mute it, and we can remove the video, which so boom, and to export it, you can just click on quick export. It does take some time, however, and to turn into a short, I personally use like Canva and crap like that, but you can use whatever you want. So yeah, that's the tutorial. I know it's a very bad tutorial, so yeah, never let me do a tutorial ever again. But if you want more useless tutorials like this, like, subscribe, do whatever the hell. I do not care. But yeah, goodbye.